Okay, hello press. Welcome to the Media Scrum. We have here Busio from FlyQuest. Media, as always, you can ask questions using the hand raise feature. We will then call on you to answer your questions. Alternatively, you can ask your question via the chat feature. So over to the first question, please. And we'll go to Ash.
Sorry. Hi, Busio. My question
Hi.
for you is, I know obviously a very disappointing game 3, but you pulled off a game 2 upset and a really close game 1 against the strongest seed from Korea. And there was, a real chance that you could have won this series, which would have probably been one of the greatest upsets in world's history. Coming into the day, you had these picks prepared, and you were expecting to have a chance. What did you see yourself doing in this series? And did you expect to get this close?
I didn't expect us to get this close, but I knew if we had a good day and everyone was on, it would be like this. And just coming into today, we have always special picks prepared, and we weren't necessarily just forcing them today. We just picked them when it looks good in the draft. So, yeah.
Okay, the next question is via the chat. Busio, previously your head coach said that your team does not scrim with any LPL or LEC teams. Today, with your first game against HLE, the LCKA champions, how do you feel about your team's performance, and does your team feel satisfied with this?
Overall, our performance was pretty good, as it was a close series. I think we easily could have won if a couple things went differently, and that's good because we can learn from it. But up to the satisfaction, it's probably different for everyone. We were so close to winning that it probably feels very bad that we lost, because it would have been amazing to just be locked in to go to the next stage. But overall, I'm happier than in all the past games, even the ones that we won, because I felt like I personally played better. And also, this is 3 good games that I can rewatch and learn from, and it shows that we can compete against the best. So it's a good sign for our next match on Sunday.
Okay, and the next question. Hey Busio, amazing match against LCK number 1. What was the thought behind the new? How strong is he in the current meta? Will he stay for more matches, or is he just a specific cheese?
Nunu is definitely not a cheese, but I don't want to say why it's strong and what the conditions are, because that'd be giving away info. But Inspired's just way too good at it, so it's not easy to copy. And he just rolls around. He eats dragons. He eats objectives, and he's fast.
And next question is to Sons of KS.
Thank you very much. Hello, Lucy. I'm Sons of KS from Latam, and this is my question. After 2 results, how do you feel about the team levels, and what do you excite most about these works?
I think our team's level was decently high today, and what gives me a lot of hope is I don't even think we played the best we could. I made a handful of mistakes. Other people weren't playing at their 100% that I know they can. So I'm very confident that we're a good team, because if we could compete with HLE when we weren't even playing the best we can, I'm very hopeful. Yeah.
Thank you very much, and good luck at the upcoming match.
Thank you.
Okay, looks like the last of the questions there. So thank you to Busio for participating in the scrum, and thank you to the media for turning up as well. Alternatively, you can ask your question via the chat feature. So over to the first question, which is from Anna. Hello, Peanut. Congratulations on the win. What was your reaction to FlyQuest's new pick? Why do you think it worked well in the second game, and do you think it could work well in certain games again?
안녕하세요, 피넛 선수. 일단은 승리 축하드리고요. 처음 플라이퀘스트가 누누를 꺼냈을 때 반응이 어떠했는지 궁금합니다. 그리고 어떻게 해서 누누 픽이 그렇게 잘 통했는지 이 세트에 대한 질문이고, 또 어떤 상황에서 또 잘 쓰일 수 있을 거라고 생각하시나요?
누누픽 했을 때 그냥 재밌게 생각하면서 예상하지 못해가지고, 재밌었고요. 누누가 이제 아무래도 갱킹이 조금 강하다 보니까 잘 대처할지 못했을 때 좀, 연달아 사고 날 수가 있었는데, 그런 부분들이랑 이제 상대 픽들이 워낙, 저희가 상대해보지 못한 픽들이라서 까다로웠던 것 같습니다.
Uh, my initial thoughts on the Nuna pick was, oh wow, this is quite amusing, and we had not expected that at all. But it was really fun playing against him. I think Nunu is really strong because of his ganks, and if you're not able to deal with the ganks, I think that's just when all the chains of all the accidents might happen. And I think that was a part of it. And additionally, I think whenever you are faced with some picks that you're not usually used to playing, I think that's what really makes it a lot more difficult to play against that.
Okay, and the next question. Congratulations on making it to quarterfinals. Which team are you looking forward to facing in the quarterfinals, and do you have any words for them?
8강 진출하신 거 축하드리고요. 8강에서 만나고 싶은 팀이 있으실까요? 그리고 그 팀에게 한마디.
뭐 딱히 만나고 싶은 팀은 없고요. 그냥 저희가 좋은 경기력으로 올라갈 수 있었으면 좋겠습니다.
No team in particular that I'm looking forward to facing at quarterfinals, but I hope that we have a good match.
你认为队伍是否达到了大家对于 LCK 1号种子的期待？队伍在中后期经常有不稳定发挥的原因是什么？对于为你们看你们比赛经常担心的粉丝们有什么想说的？ 이제 한나생명 e스포츠 경기력은 LCK 일반 시드에게 좀 기대했던 만큼 나왔다고 생각하시나요? 그리고 이제 팀은 중후반에 가서 약간 좀 안정적이지 않은 모습 종종 있었는데요. 이유가 무엇인지도 되게 궁금하고, 그리고 이제 한나생명 e스포츠 경기 보면서 걱정했던 팬분들한테 하고 싶은 말씀이 있나요?
뭐 1번 시드에 맞게 경기력을 뭐 준비한다 이런 생각은 애초에 생각하지 않으면서 준비했었고, 그냥 매판 최선을 다하고 저희가 잘해지는 데만 계속 집중하고 있고요. 확실히 좀 저희가 초반에는 잘 넘어가는 것 같고 득점도 많이 하는 것 같은데, 중후반 단계에서 좀 큼직큼직한 실점들이 나오면서 자꾸 게임이 약간 원사이드하지 않게 흘러가는 것 같은데, 그런 부분들은 계속 경기를 치르면서 나아질 수 있다고 생각해서 다음 경기에는 안 나오도록 노력 많이 해야 될 것 같고요. 항상 저희 이제 응원해주신 팬분들한테는 계속 감사드리고, 계속 열심히 하겠다란 말밖에 할 게 없을 것 같아요.
首先我们在一开始准备我们的赛程之旅的时候，就想着说，并没有过多的去考虑到我们每一场比赛要如何以1号种子的身份打出相匹配的一个操作。我们只是想说，每一盘的比赛，我们都要竭尽我们的所能去做到最好。集中在游戏方面，我们的队伍目前确实是存在前期打的还算是比较丝滑稳定的，但是到了中后期的时候，经常会出现非常惊险的情况，以及没有办法完全做到一边倒压制的一边倒的形式来赢下比赛。我觉得这是我们后续需要去改善，会去做得更好的地方。我也相信我们可以做到。之后的比赛我们也会为之努力的。想对粉丝们说的就是非常感谢大家一直以来的支持。我也只能说，我们之后会表现得更好。
8강 진출 축하드립니다. 그리고 지금 소감이 어떤지 궁금합니다. 이번 프랑스에 가면 또 가장 기대되는 점 무엇인가요?
네, 일단 당연히 너무 좋고요. 8강 진출해서요. 프랑스 가서 기대되는 점은 8강을 할 수 있는 대장이 때가 됩니다.
Next.
Hey Peanut, first congrats on the win. I would like to hear your opinion on the gap between Eastern and Western regions. Considering this year's Worlds and today's series, do you think that gap is shrinking and why? 피넛 선수 일단 승리 축하드리고요. 일단 그 서부 지역과 서부 팀과 동부 팀들 사이 갭에 대해서 의견을 물어보고 싶은데, 이번 월즈를 보았을 때 그리고 오늘 경기를 치렀을 때 생각해 보면 그 갭이 좀 더 줄어들었다고 생각이 드시나요?
저는 항상 이게 뭔가 8강을 해놓고 윤곽을 보면은 조금 아무래도 동양팀들이 어, 유의미한 성적을 내긴 하는데 항상 저는 느낀 거는 그렇게 크지 않다고 생각은 들고요. 다만 여러 팀들이랑 이제 전체적으로 실력을 비교했을 때는 확실히 동양 팀들이 강한 것 같긴 합니다. 그래도 저는 오늘 플라이캐스트나 뭐 G2 같은 항상 이런 잘하는 팀들이 많다고 생각해서 뭐 줄어들었냐 안 줄어들었냐는 저도 아직은 모르겠고 이 스위스 스테이지를 끝나봐야 알 것 같아요.
So every time we look at who makes it to the quarterfinals, I feel like it is clear that you always see that Eastern teams do tend to be the ones who actually perform very well, but I always feel like there isn't that big of a gap. So um, when you say compare the skill gap between a bunch of teams, including Eastern and Western teams, I do feel like, it's like almost objectively correct to say Eastern teams are stronger, but I still can think of like FlyQuest and G2. There are so many good Western teams. So if you ask me if the gap has shrunk, I would not know how to answer that exactly. But I do believe that they have been playing very, very well.
你们和真纪率先晋级了八强，你认为剩下两支 LCK 队伍 T1 和 DK 能晋级八强吗? 한화 e스포츠랑 젠지 먼저 8강에 진출하게 되었고 이제 남은 LCK 두 팀 있잖아요. T1이랑 디플러스 기아는 다 8강에 진출할 수 있다고 생각하시나요?
네, 다 가능하다고 생각하고 있고요. 네, 그렇게 생각하고 있습니다.
我觉得剩下两支 LCK 的队伍都是可以晋级到八强的。
2세트 페인과 2세트 종료 후 어떤 피드백이 있었는지, 그리고 3세트에는 어떤 점이 잘 됐는지 궁금합니다. 그리고 8강을 앞둔 각오도 부탁드립니다.
2세트 패배 요인은 아무래도 상대 조합에 저희가 많이 연습해보지 못한 픽들이라 사실 뭐 저희가 실점을 크게 하지 않았다면 크게 문제되지 않지만 이제 실점을 해가면서 저희가 게임 템포를 늦췄던 게 패배 요인인 것 같고요. 끝나고 나서는 이제 2세트는 그냥 이미 일어난 일이니까 3세트 잘 준비하자. 3세트 이기면 어차피 아무 문제 없다 이런 이야기 주고받았고요. 8강 진출해서 좋다고 생각하고 있고 다행이라고 생각하고 있습니다.
Hey Pina, who do you see as your biggest competition in terms of players or teams? Are you more comfortable playing against LCK or LPL teams at the international stage? 피나 선수가 생각하기에는 가장 상대하기 까다로운 이게 선수나 아니면 팀이어도 되거든요. 그래서 혹시 국제 대회에서는 뭐 LCK 팀을 상대로 아니면 LPL 팀을 상대로 플레이하는 게 좀 더 편하신 것 같으신가요?
사실 이게 LPL 팀들이랑은 아예 못 만나봐가지고 이번 스위스 스테이지에서 가늠이 안 되고요. LCK 팀도 젠지랑 만나보긴 했지만 아직 잘 모르겠어요. 8강, 4강, 뭐 8강 뭐 이런 다전제를 더 가봐야 알 것 같습니다.
그리고 가장 상대하기 까다로운 팀이나 특정 선수가 있을까요?
다 LPL, SK 팀들 다 까다롭고 강하다고 생각하고 G2나 플라이퀘스트도 확실히 까다롭다고 생각하고 있습니다.
So because I haven't really played against LPL team in this stage, I can't really say, can't really answer that properly. But in terms of LCK and LPL, I guess I did face Genji. For, I guess, who I would be more comfortable playing against, I think we just have to wait and see until the quarterfinals and play out more best of fives. And I do believe that all the teams that I've faced, like G2, FlyQuest, even LCK teams and LPL teams, they're all my biggest competition. Hi, Pina. This is Hong Kong Media to ask you a question. what do you think what do you think the team did better today than the last game? There are two other LCK teams that have not been able to go to Paris together. What do you want to say to them? 피아 선수 홍콩 미디어에서 질문인데요. 오늘 경기에서 전 경기와 비교해서 좀 더 잘했다는 점이 있으면 무엇일까요? 그리고 이제 8강에 진출하지 못한 LCK 팀이 두 개가 남아있는데 그 팀에게 하고 싶은 말이 있다면?
네, 일단, 그 전에 대회 날보다 좀 더 여러 가지 픽을 해서 경기를 치러봤다는 게 잘한 것 같고요. SK 두 팀 다 나머지 두 팀 다 올라올 수 있는 팀들이라 생각하고, 그냥 화이팅이라고 말하고 싶습니다.
So compared to the last match, I believe that we were able to sort of explore and experiment with a lot of a lot more diverse picks this time, and which was a really good thing. I think we did really well with that. And for the other two LCK teams that have not been able to go to Paris yet, I do believe in them that they would be able to make it to the quarterfinals as well. So what I would like to say is fighting to them.
Okay, that concludes the media scrum of Peanut. Thank you very much to Peanut for joining us, and thank you, media, for joining us today. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.